Hey everyone, this is Kathy from Where Schools Meet Community. Today we're going to be looking at something that affects over 700,000 kids in Texas right now. This is dealing with special education. A lot of you may think, oh, this doesn't really concern me, but you might be surprised that it does, especially if you're a parent, if you work in the business fields, if you are an administrator, politician, or even if you just live in the state of Texas. We need to explain how we got here. In about 2004, the Texas legislature made a decision. They looked at the special education funding and said that this is expensive, we need to control cost. And so they created what was called a cap, an unofficial limit on how many students could actually receive special education services. And that number was 8.5%. What does this mean? Well, this wasn't based on research. It wasn't based on how many kids actually needed help. It was just an arbitrary number that they picked to control spending. Well, here's how it works in practice. If your school district went over 8.5% of students in special education, the Texas Education Agency would flag you. They monitor you a little bit more closely, question your decisions, and essentially they make it harder for you to do your job. So what happened? Well, districts started to deny services to kids who needed them, not because those kids didn't qualify, but because crossing that 8.5% threshold meant problems. This went over from 2004 to 2017, so over a decade. During this time, experts estimate that over 250,000 kids per year were denied services that they were legally entitled to under federal law. Let's put this in perspective. Over 10 years, that's approximately 2.5 million children. Okay. So 250,000 kids per year were denied. And over 10 years, it would have been 2.5 million children. That's quite a bit. The federal government eventually investigated and found that Texas violated the Individuals with Disability Education Act, which is IDEA, and a federal law that guarantees that these kids the right to free and appropriate education. Texas was fined over $277 million. The cap was officially eliminated in 2017. But here's what you need to understand. Even though the cap is gone, we're still dealing with the consequences. The kids who were backlogged because they were not able to get the special education needs that they needed.